Today is Tuesday, March the 2nd. I was ready to say March the 3rd. I'm jumping ahead here. That happened, I forgot what day that happened on. It happened on another day where I was a day behind, I think, or a day ahead, or whatever. Anyways, I know it happened sometime last week, pretty sure. Anyways, today's Tuesday, March the 2nd. I am your host, KC Phoenix, and this is My Daily Thought. Where to start? I don't know where to start on this one. I don't plan for this to be that long. And I really mean that this time. I do not plan for this to be that long. I was thinking about people, and I know yesterday I was talking about the magician and magic and all that stuff, and prayer and asking the universe for things and gifts being bestowed upon you and hoping and sometimes crying and being frustrated and all this other stuff. I started thinking about something else that is somewhat related to that. It's also related to another thing I talk about all the time, which is ego, self-esteem. I'm really big on ego and self-esteem. For those of you who may not know, I used to have really low self-esteem, believe it or not. And then as I grew up, my self-esteem got better via my mother, because my mother's, was not necessarily as much. It comes out every now and then. It sort of came out a little bit this weekend, which was kind of annoying. But my mother is a very headstrong person. And I know I get a lot of that from her. And as I grew up, I picked up some more of my mother's headstrong characteristics. In addition to that, she put me in this program, which was for character building, and it was for modeling. I actually got to go to New York and everything. And I guess you're not an official model until you receive a check. So I received the check a long time ago. So I guess I became an official model then, even though I wasn't as serious as I could have been. Actually, both my god sisters that's how we all met, was at the modeling agency through the character building program. And the most successful out of the three of us is my god sister in Brooklyn. And that's what she originally moved to New York to do. And she's an entrepreneur now. But she has high self-esteem for the most part. I mean, there's some things she's insecure about, and we all have our own little insecurities about certain things. But for the most part, she has very high self-esteem, because when she looks at herself, she sees someone who's what I call, quote unquote, worthy of praise. And she's done some amazing things. She's been in videos, magazines, and all types of stuff. My other god sister, who is here in California, she's amazing too. I actually went to a convention a long time ago, and so many people wanted to work with my other god sister here in California. And she didn't have what's the word I'm looking for? It was more of, I don't want to say more of a hobby, but that eye of the tiger wasn't there like it was for my god sister in Brooklyn when it comes to modeling. So regardless, all three of us got distracted because all three of us were offered. My god sister in Brooklyn was the one who actually signed with a major agency. Actually, Cicely Tyson, the actress who had died, the agency my god sister was signed with, that was the agency Cicely Tyson was with when she started out. And it was the first Black modeling agency truly recognized on an international level that was in New York and everything. I got an offer from another agency in New York. It's just I didn't go back. Because I didn't have the eye of the tiger for it. It's like I kind of wanted it, but I didn't want it type thing. I could have seen myself doing it, but it's like, it's whatever. And I mean, I could do it now because with male models, it's different. With females, it's usually from about 16 to 27 is good. With male models, some of them, they don't really get their career started until they're close to 40 and will do fine. But every time we all look in the mirror, how do you see yourself? How do we see ourselves? And that goes back to the worthy thing. I'm sure everyone's familiar with the Avengers, with Thor and his hammer, Mjolnir. And the thing is that with Mjolnir, not just anybody can pick up the hammer. Because the hammer is enchanted. And it says that he who is deemed worthy shall possess the power of Thor. And I'm using that as an example right now because I'm talking about with looking in the mirror and how you see yourself, and with magic and asking the universe for things and making things, working hard to make things happen. If you're not seeing yourself as worthy, then how will the universe find you worthy? It makes it harder. The universe already knows that you're worthy, but also the universe is still a reflection of you. And it's hard to push through the good stuff to you and get you in a good frequency if when you see yourself, you're in a low frequency. You don't see a person. It's almost like when somebody says, oh, well, I'll never be a millionaire. Okay. You're in that frequency. The universe is going to be like, this person's really smart. They have the potential to be a millionaire. They're saying they'll never be a millionaire. How can I break through that frequency? If they're not valuing themselves, they have to be open to receive what I want to give, the universe. You have to be open to receive what the universe wants to give you. And when it comes to being worthy isn't just, again, where it's material things, it can be of relationships, where you're being treated a certain way. And I'm not talking about just romantic relationships. I'm talking about being treated a certain way by family and stuff, because you may feel that you're only worthy of a certain treatment by family. Or you may feel that you're only worthy of a certain treatment by coworkers or by your significant other. When it comes to that, when you look in the mirror, how do you see yourself? Because you can't make the magic happen. Or let me rephrase. I don't want to say can't. It is way more difficult to make the magic happen if you're unable to see yourself after the finished result. Meaning, it's way more difficult for you to be in an amazing relationship if you're unable to see yourself in your mind in an amazing relationship. It is way more difficult for you to be a millionaire if you are unable to see yourself in your mind as a millionaire, as your home paid off, as your car paid off, as you own stocks in this and stocks in that. And you can jet set around the world and do whatever you want to do. If you don't see yourself that way, even though in the present it hasn't happened yet, if you don't see yourself that that's a possibility, if you don't see yourself that, hey, I'm worthy of what I see, I am worthy, then it's just going to be way more difficult for those things to manifest in your life. If you don't see yourself in a good job that respects your opinion, that values you as an employee, if you want to be an employee, if you don't see yourself as an entrepreneur that owns a business and employs other people who work for you, if you don't see those things, it is way more difficult for it to manifest in your life. You have to believe that you are worthy. You have to believe that you're worth it. I had a conversation with someone recently, and it's crazy because like I talked to, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say date, because date means that you're going places, you're going to dinner, you're doing this, you're doing that. I have suitors, or whatever. And that's not a secret between the people that I deal with, that they have an interest in me, and obviously I have an interest in them. And I make it clear that I'm not committed to a specific person because I don't have that bandwidth right now, and possibly may not have that bandwidth for a while with everything else that's going on. However, I was having a conversation with one of the people who is very, very high on my list. And we were talking about something, and then I said, yeah, I'm moody. I'm true to my sign. You know, my astrological sign is Cancer. I'm moody. And he's like, yeah, I know, you're moody. He's like, but you're worth it. You see that? He was like, yeah, I know you're moody, but you're worth it. If I didn't believe I was worth it, it would be a lot harder for him to see that I'm worth it. I know I'm worth it. And it's nice that he said it. It's nice that he said it. He knows a good thing when he's dealing with it. However, if I didn't know that, then it would more than likely be harder for him to see it. Or if I didn't exhibit the characteristics or the energy, that's it. If I didn't exhibit the energy, if I didn't put out that frequency, that energy, that, hey, oh, this person's worth it, he wouldn't be able to pick up that energy. Now, I have someone else I deal with. It's a different type of energy. That person, they appreciate me. However, that person doesn't know what the other person knows. that person doesn't know what the other person knows. Because part of it is because that person is sometimes in a low frequency due to whatever they're dealing with. And in addition to that, when dealing with this particular person that doesn't see it, over the years, I don't want to say dimmed my light, but I haven't revealed a lot of energy to that person because that person hasn't revealed all of their energy to me. So we're on a different frequency. So they don't know. The person who said to me, but you're worth it, that's on a higher frequency. Because that person, they've seen me throughout many parts of my life throughout the years. And in addition to that, that person and we just started catching back up during Mercury retrograde, mind you. And that person has been completely forthcoming with open energy, saying, this is who I am. I don't mind showing you pieces of me. And in turn, I've shown my energy, and they're seeing that into addition of all of the other years of energy that we've known each other, because we knew each other before we had lost touch. But in addition to that, it's like they get to see more of me than this other person is seeing. And the energy that I exude is that I'm worth it, which I am. How do you see yourself? How do you see yourself when you look in the mirror? And if you met yourself, how do you think you would react to you? Would you see someone who is confident? Would you see someone who has the potential to be a millionaire, or has the potential to be an entrepreneur, or has the potential to be in an amazing relationship, or has the potential to have the amazing job, who has the potential to have the amazing family, who has the potential to do anything? Or do you see yourself as someone who's limited? How do you see yourself? That's what you need to think about. Now, I'm not saying that, because I always give a caveat, I'm not saying that for those with high self-esteem and everything else, that, your life's going to be so easy. And no, life wasn't meant to be easy. Again, check out my episode, Comfort and Growth Are Not Friends. Life was not meant to be easy. However, if you see yourself as worthy, it makes things a little bit better because it opens up more possibilities. So, how do you see yourself? And that is my daily thought. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. Of course, this podcast is carried on Spotify, Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Verbal. And as a matter of fact, there is another podcasting platform. I should have the confirmation. I'm hoping in 2 weeks, but don't hold me to that. I'm hoping in 2 weeks I should have the confirmation on another podcasting platform that will give the okay. And that will be another one that you can listen to the show on. On social media, KIRWKC, Facebook.com, KIRWKC. Feel free to swing by, give a like, all that other good stuff. And yeah, this weekend, the goal is, what is this weekend? This weekend is the 5th or the 6th. So I guess I would have to do the sports episode this weekend. And then the following weekend, I will do the mid-month tarot readings, tarot energy readings. And then the weekend after that, I will do the April energy readings for the tarot cards, is what I will do. So this weekend, I'm looking to do the sports episode that was supposed to be done last weekend. But yeah, I'm going to do that. And that's all I have. Let me get going. Until next time, thank you for your support. Be blessed.